Winter wildlife watching in Worcester County just keeps getting better and better. This year we have waterfowl on our coastal bays and ponds, snowy owls on Assateague Island, and now more cool winter wanderers have arrived. The seals are here. Seal sightings in Worcester County vary year to year. During really cold winters, seals start showing up in January on the beach, in the Ocean City Inlet, and on Bay Islands. 4 species can be found in Maryland's coastal waters. Gray seals and harbor seals are our most common visitors, but harp and hooded seals also make appearances. One lucky Ocean City resident has a bayside view of one of the most popular island hangouts for these magnificent marine mammals. So Chris Tilghman has been kind enough to invite us into his home here near 14th Street in Ocean City. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Jim. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having us today.
Absolutely, no problem.
So you've been in Ocean City almost your whole life. Mm-hmm. How long ago did you start seeing seals here in Ocean City?
Well, I've surfed for an awful big portion of that time, and I would say in the 70s while I was on the beach, surfing, either going to or getting out of the water, and then over the years here and there, I live right next door to this property, but I didn't really have the kind of view that I have now.
Right.
So it's really been since we built this house that we've been able to see one of the main places where they haul out, which is directly across the bay.
That's
which is
pretty
cool.
great.
So got my son's telescope out and started checking it out. And once we got kind of more tuned into when they were going to be here, we started looking more and more. And the more you look, the more you see them.
So when do they start showing up each year?
I would say right around the new year, or maybe a little, somewhere on either side. But I think this winter was, is definitely a lot more harsh than the past few. So they were here earlier. Last year, I want to say they didn't really show until maybe March or something like that, when it was really chilly.
And how long do they stay usually each year?
I would say probably until sometime towards the end of April, maybe.
Okay.
It seems like boat traffic really is one of the things that gets them moving too, because they just, there's so many boats that are in the bay, and they go right by the island where they haul out, and they just don't like it, So
in the winter, when you look out your window back here in the bayside over, it's Drum Point, right? This is the island?
Yeah, Drum Point.
And how many will you see there, like at the most?
Well, Saturday morning, this is Monday, so Saturday morning we saw 2, and then yesterday morning there were 4. And it's really cool because they're really varied in color. There was one that was almost snow white, and then another one that was almost entirely black, and then like in between. So it's pretty cool. But I don't know, I want to say 4 years ago there were upwards of, say, 12 to 15 of them over there.
Wow.
And I think you saw that yourself.
Yeah, I have a little picture there. It's really cool. And that's the thing, I think, for people that are interested in seals, a lot of folks think it's kind of a new thing, but they've really been coming here for a while.
Well, yeah.
But a lot more some years. And that's what's so interesting, I think.
Well, part of the things is there's not that many people here in the wintertime that are really paying attention. They just go about their regular day, and they might see one on the beach, but I guess it really kind of blows them away that they're in the bay. And evidently there's something here for them to eat. And actually, when we had the ice a couple weeks ago, there was a red drum up on the ice with a bunch of seagulls eating on it. So, maybe that might be one of the things. I think the drum are wintering over in some of the deeper spots in the bay. So I think... there's got to be food for them to be here, and that might be one of the things they're doing.
That's pretty good theory. So I just love the fact whenever I look on Facebook, I'm your Facebook friend, I see you put these pictures up there through the telescope. And why do you think this is so cool? And what kind of reactions do you see from people who see your pictures?
Well, I've got a few people that are just absolutely freaks about them. I mean, one would be Sue Vickers, who's the receptionist and secretary over there at Ocean City Elementary School. She just loves it. And, people, seals are cute and cuddly.
Sure.
At least they think they are, So it just kind of, I think that's part of it. And then the other thing is just the fact that it's nature here in Ocean City, where a lot of people just see buildings and a highway. And, right
here in town.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty cool. I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, I like things natural, and it's certainly neat to see them out there.
Yeah.
So but it's really hard getting those photos with the cell phone, trying to get it over the viewfinder. But every once in a while, I get a pretty decent one. Like yesterday's was, if I had a better scope, then it'd probably be a better photo. But still, it's just, so people see that they're actually there.
Well, no matter what the quality of photos, I'm glad you post them. People seem to like them, and hope we'll be talking more about this soon.
Absolutely.
Chris, thanks,
Jim,
buddy.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Remember, when watching seals or any wild animal, keep a respectful distance. With seals, if you're lucky enough to see one on the beach in Ocean City or at Astig Island, you must keep 50 yards between you and the seal and stay downwind of the animal if possible. Seals are federally protected under the Marine Mammal Protection Act. Disturbing a seal by making it change locations or flee back into the water is against the law. A healthy seal on land will typically be resting in a banana position on its side with its head and rear flippers in the air. A seal that is entangled in marine debris or is unhealthy will often be resting flat on its stomach. If you find a seal that may be in need of medical attention, please call Maryland's Natural Resources Police or the National Aquarium Stranding Hotline. You can also report any Worcester County seal sighting to the Maryland Coastal Bays program on their website. So bundle up this winter and head down to Worcester County with a pair of binoculars. If you're lucky, you might get to see a seal when traveling Maryland's beach and beyond.